Good afternoon. It's Holly Miller with Country Road Crafts, and today I'm going to redesign some of our letters for our shop. We moved to a different spot, and I want to change the thing of them a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to take the camera. Hang on. Move it down. You guys can see. Oh my gosh. There we go. And Frank bought me this thing right here because he says it's Holly's helpful hints that to put my paint in it, I still made a mess, but to put my paint in it, so I could put more colors in a little teeny tiny one, I could put more paint in this one. So that's what, and it's after Easter, so I got it at, where we get it at? Dollar Tree. It might be on sale, but I doubt it. But that's what I'm going to do. So I have the CRC. These are from Antique to Chic, so I'm going to change them up a little bit. So I put a stencil on them earlier so it would dry. So I actually have time. Hello, Regina. How are you guys today? I'm going to change the color of it up a little bit, and I will put some decoupage paper on it. So it is, what is the weather here? I don't know. It doesn't show me. So when it pops up, I will let you guys know. It's pretty. It's like, I think it was 70 earlier. So I am going to just paint this, just a base paint here. And what I did was my azure and my little container is running out. So I put a little water in it. So it's a little watery. So I'm giving it an azure wash. So
it's only 69, it says on my phone.
69? It was hot earlier. I was cold in here because I had a sweater on all day, and I went up to the doctor and it was like 80, and I'm like, I probably need to take the sweater off. But then I was cold again. So as you can see, I have a long sleeve shirt on now. I have no clue why I'm using this brush here, because this is my brush for my medium, and that's not the brush I wanted to use. So let me grab a brush I can use with this. There we go. So, Regina, where are you from? So I am going to, first I'm going to put this azure wash. I'm using Fusion mineral paint, if I haven't said that yet. Kelly from Arizona, welcome. Regina, you are from Virginia. Cool. I am in Eastern North Carolina at Topsail Beach. So I still haven't made it to the beach yet this year. And it's what, April? I ain't time yet. It's still cold out there. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to put this little azure wash, and I use Fusion mineral paint, and I use Fusion mineral paint, and it's Tough Coat that I use for the medium for the decoupage. And I will update the notes in the description. I keep forgetting to do that for our products. And what I'm going to do is, after I put this little azure wash on, because I thinned it out with water, because the thing's I'm running out of azure, so I'll put a little water in it. I am going to take some of my scraps from my last few projects, and I am going to splish splash them on here, and then I'm going to put a little bit of metallics on top. So I'm just going to give a little different color. I got the letters, I think, at Hobby Lobby 3 years ago, probably, or longer maybe. But I thought it was time to update them since we took them down anyways, and moving them around. I'm gonna color them, do them a little different, and put them back. Glad you guys can join us today. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I can see them. I think I can see all of them today. Hopefully my camera doesn't go out. If my camera goes dark, I will put it on the other camera. So just give me a few minutes. You can probably still hear me if it goes dark. It's been acting like a cuckoo again. Not sure. It's not the GoPro. Just gotta say, I haven't figured that one out yet. I'll figure it out. I did charge it with the battery in it though. This time. And so it is charged. I just don't know how to use it for a webcam. I need to get on YouTube and find that little link and figure it out. I just haven't did that yet. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. Just going to color this in with Azure from Fusion. As I make a mess on my kitchen table. It's okay. Okay, so now it is all covered with Azure wash, little wash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Tough Coat from Fusion. I'm going to put it in my little egg holder here. I'm going to grab some of my scraps. I don't know if you guys can see all my scraps. Look at all my scraps. Decoupage scraps. And I am going to use these. If I don't spill them all on the floor first, I'm going to use these to fill in some of these. Just put some decoupage here and there and splish splash them. In no particular order. How about that? I don't know what I did with my little thing. Let's see. I put it on here. Doop. All right. That's okay. I did it like this. It's all good. I know, seriously, Kelly. The other night I was trying to, last week I was trying to charge the dang GoPro for like 3 days. And if you guys go on the YouTube there on the short, I put it on the short. I don't know if they canceled out the words or not. Still, I think I added it back on, but I don't know. Anyways, so what had happened was I was trying to charge that thing up so I can play with it, so I can learn how to use it. And I couldn't figure out why it wasn't charging. And come to find out, I didn't check and see if the battery's in it. So I charged it for 3 days for nothing. And yeah, I figured out it needed a battery before you can charge it. So I'm just going to put down the Tough Coat and then just make sure that it's, yeah, that's good. Just make sure it has enough Tough Coat on it and then just, lay it down. Just going to put a little bit here, a little bit there. Different colors, different kinds, no particular order, just splish splash. Oh, see, I know it's going to do that. That's okay. I just want to, and I have my little spatula thing, but I just don't know what I did with it between here and there. And this. So let's see. Some different colors on here. Just some different stuff. I don't even know what, if we had a GoPro for a little while. I don't even know what generation. It's probably like, what was it, 7, Frank? GoPro 7 maybe? I don't even know. Issues. Just okay. And I did put a stencil down on top of it. So I put a stencil down. I put smooth embossing paste from Fusion on top of it because I love that stuff. And then I put the stencil from Essential Stencils down. So that's what I did. If you're curious. But I did the stencils earlier because it takes a little while for it to dry. So I want it to dry before I start doing this tonight. And why the blue or the azure is coming out is because I started painting azure before and didn't realize I had the wrong brush, and now it has azure in it. So, needless to say, it'll be fine. Spritz it out. That's just water. I know. Usually I'm like, I have my son do all that mess. He's 24. He does it all. Last weekend he came over for Easter, and I had him fix my phone because I had dropped my phone, and it turned back on all the sounds, and the sounds drive me crazy. I don't know about you guys, but the sounds drive me crazy. So all afternoon it was the ring was going off, outside of the little cam thing. And then every time I was getting an email, it was dinging. And every time I was on text, it was dinging. I'm like, oh my word, I can't do this. So I had my son turn off all the noise, and he fixed it because it's not making noise anymore. I don't know if it's broke, if I killed it, or what. I can't do the sound. So. And I'm just gonna put a little bit here, a little bit there, because I have all these little scraps. I have all these little tiny scraps, and I don't throw them away because I like doing this splish splash thing. Ton of little scraps. So just gonna move it around here so I get to it. Issues, I'm just saying. And I'm just sticking them on any old way because it doesn't really matter. After I put this down, I'm gonna put some metallics on top of it to try to get the metallics to stand out. So I had a little thing here to show you what I was going to do, but I think I set it down over there somewhere. It doesn't matter. Yes, I like using scrap pieces. I use them on everything. So if you go back through my lives on YouTube, you can see all my scraps. I use them everywhere. I put them on a bow. I put them on a little star. I put them on, but it just gives it a little splish splash look, And then I put it on top of the raised stencils, and then I'll put a little bit of metallic on top to give it a little different look, and then I'll bring it all together. That's what I do. And I have all these little look. I got all these little teeny tiny scraps, and that one there is like folded scrap. Because I can't throw stuff away. I don't know about y'all, but I can't throw this stuff. It costs. I can't throw this away. Recycling, upcycling. Oh, see, sliding down. Get a little bit of this. So what I'm going to do is take this and just move it to the side. I have 3 more to do, or 2 more to do, because I put CRC on our for Country Road Crafts. So that's 1C. Going to set it to the side, let it dry, and I'll get back here in a minute. Here's my R, and I'm going to paint it with the azure again to give it a undercoat here. So just going to paint it, color on it. Because it's cute like it is, but I put the stencil on it. I wanted it to be a little bit different. I'm not sure if you can see the stencil. Some of it you can. Like right here, you can see the stencil. I just save them in the little tote. I don't even know if I have a whole piece in there anymore. Now it's just all scraps. Last week I did a patchwork star with scraps, and I did a patchwork shamrock with scraps. I did a patchwork heart with scraps. Today I'm doing my in a bowl, patchwork bowl with scraps. So this is my CRC for Country Road Crafts for the consignment shops we got in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And I'm assuming that you guys can hear me because you guys are talking. And my camera's doing good so far. Hasn't kicked off yet, thankfully. Oops. So I'm doing like a azure wash. So I thinned it out because in that container it's not a whole lot in it. So I just thinned it out so I can put a little bit of color on top of this letter. And the letter is just a wooden letter from, I'm pretty sure I got it from Hobby Lobby. Pretty sure. So I got it. Try to get all this filled in here. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Oh, so the I use this stuff here. I use Fusion Tough Coat. I use matte gloss. If you want it shiny, you can use gloss, but I don't like it gloss. So I use the MATTE, the matte. But you can use any kind of top coat, any brand. They all work the same. As long as they're water-based, it works the same. I don't know much about the oil-based stuff because I have asthma and I don't use it. So that's something else about Fusion. It has low VOCs or no VOCs, and it doesn't aggravate my asthma at all. Now I can smell sometimes the gel stain that we use, but it doesn't bother me. I just smell it. So, but everything else is good. No VOCs. So if that kind of stuff aggravates you, cool. Yeah, so that's what I use for it. So I'm going to do some more scraps on it. I'm going to start at the top since this is probably dry and then work my way back this way. If I can remember to do that, that's what I'm going to try to do because it's dry up here. You guys can see what I'm doing. Did it again. Touched it in the wrong stuff. You can actually use Mod Podge and stuff like that too. I don't like using that. It's expensive and I don't know. I just don't like using it. I use what I got. Yeah, I don't have it on hand. I think Frank's catching a cold, guys. Brush. Glad you guys can join me tonight. You guys aren't chatting much, but I'm glad you can join me. So let's see if we got some more different kind of scraps in there. My brush. I'm going to spritz my little brush one more time to try to get the color off of it. I might have to get a new brush in a minute because it's picking up too much of the color and I don't want that. What I'm doing is just wiping it down, wiping it off. Seriously. Ben, get out of the bowl. Ben, get out of the bowl. So my puppy is trying to eat the bowl because I fed them and he wants every last bit of smackerels. Trying to get the smackerels out of there. And there ain't no more smackerels. I have to go pick up that dang bowl.
What do you want for it? What do you want there, mate? Get on there. Get up. Get up. Put it. Good job.
Yeah. And today is National Pet Day. Woohoo. I put my puppy's pictures on the Facebook today so you guys can see them. National Puppy Day. National Pet Day, so it ain't just dogs.
No.
I did not put pictures on the fish up.
Hey.
I did not do it. I didn't do it. Discriminate against the fish. Sorry. Ah, yes. I put a reel up too for mine. Yep. Not Puppy Day, I'm sorry. National Pet Day. Yes. My little Bubba thinks every day is his day. He's something special. And some days he's super special. I think he's over there laying down on his ditty. After he ate his dinner, his belly's all full. He'll take a nap. Glue on my shirt, maybe. So that one's all done. So I'm going to move it to the side. I'm going to grab the other one. So what I'm doing is just coloring it a little bit. And then I'll put a little decoupage on, and then I'm going to color them. Oh, see, look, I'm out of this. I exploded it everywhere earlier. Oh, I did it again. I made a mess again. Our kids are grown and the pets are nice. And they're my couch taters. They keep my couch warm. And my yard a mess. Digging holes to China. And the big one's out there chasing lizards, I think is what she's doing. Or is she in there sleeping with you? Oh, she's sleeping. She was chasing lizards earlier. Mess. I'm glad you guys can join me today. We're redesigning our CRC for the consignment shop we have in town. We've moved to a different booth, so I thought since they were down anyways, we can update them a little bit. They were cute the way they were, but you know. Okay. That's that. Dab it up a little bit because it got a little wet in spots. So I'm going to dab it up so they get on that brush. Okay. Oop. Thank you, Kelly. Come back and catch the replay on it and see the finished product. Thanks for watching. I'll be here for another half hour. Glad you can join us. So how I got this idea was we went to a small business retreat in Savannah. And for that retreat, we had to create, what was it called? Artist trading cards. And this is what I did for the artist trading cards. I painted them, I decoupaged them, and then I put, I'll have to get one down in a minute. I have one left from it.
It's supposed to represent all that you do.
Oh, yes, sorry. Frank wants me to finish the story. So, because I forgot what I was talking about. The trading cards was supposed to be of what I do and all that I do, and I try to make it all encompassing. So I do fusion. I sell decoupage by Recycle, and then I sell what is it? Would you bin? Dang, my brain just went dead. I sell would you bin. So I took all those products and I combined them onto a wood piece of wood, a wooden little slat thing, and I have a CNC and I engraved it. I'm not going to engrave these, but I took my CNC and I engraved it with the business and the retreat, and they turned out really nice. If you give me a second here, after I get these on here to let them dry, I'll walk over. I think it's right there on the table and grab it. I know I picked it up. I thought I brought it closer, but I may have set it down between here and there. That's what I normally do. So they turned out really cool. So I got this big piece of decoupage here. I'm going to put it up here. Yeah, I'm going to try to go get it here in 2 seconds. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for a second. I'm not quite finished with it, but I'm going to go look real quick. It's right here. Real close. You have it in my hand. I don't see it. What did I do with it? I'm looking for my piece. I am losing my mind. I just had it. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Don't worry about it.
Oh. There it is. So this is what I did. And then that's what I did on the front. So I did on the front is I took the decoupage like this and I just put it on. I painted underneath that the azure color, and then here I'll stick it right here so you can see it. The azure color, and then I painted around it with the other colors to kind of blend it all in. And I did like lines with different colors around it, and then this is the would you bend. So yes, and each one of them I did it with the same kind of paint, like the scraps. but I did them all a little bit different. So there wasn't one that was exactly the same. They were all like this was in a different spot or different kind of paper was used, similar paper. And they were all my scraps, just like this. But yeah, so it just takes a minute to, to dry, and I'll probably only get through one complete one tonight on mine. I will show the finished product, but it just takes so long for them to dry. I think the first one is actually dry. So that's what I'm going to do with this. So just to let you guys know. So this is the other C. I'm going to put it to the side and grab the first one back. And let that one dry. You guys can see how they are. And I'm actually going to grab different color paint now and start painting the outline around them and start blending them in a little bit. So I have got chocolate. I've got buttermilk cream infusion. I've got this one here that splattered azure all over. What is this one? This is Seaside. Then I got, what color is this? Manna green, and I got Chester. So I have a bunch of different colors. And then I have my copper and my metallic bronze for the top. I love metallic bronze and copper. So what I'm going to do is just grab a couple brushes and then just start painting in some lines. I use a lot of brown for the outline at first, and then I'll fill in the colors around it. So you guys can see how I'm just going to, sorry. I have to bust the seal on these. Whoop, there we go. So just going to paint around these to give a little bit of more depth. You guys can see what I'm doing. Oh yes, I love Fusion Metallics. I love their paint and I love their metallic waxes. Love, 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 love them. I use them for everything. So I'll paint it on like this and then I'll blend it in a little. I'm using towel because I have azure all over me. So it splashed it on me. Just kind of blend it in a little bit. Give a little bit. I'm just going to grab that little towel I had. Actually, I'm going to grab a clean one. I tucked one underneath there so I can have a clean one. Just going to blend it in a little bit. This one here, I didn't get enough. This around the edges here, it's lifted right there. So I'm just going to put a little bit more right there. It's lifting right here in the corner. So I'm just going to put a little tiny bit right there. Yep. So let's see, the browns. I'm just going to highlight the little around the edges a little bit and blend it in. You guys can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you can. Just kind of giving the edge a little bit of a, okay. That sounds good, Kelly. Thank you for hanging in with us. I have some other lives on YouTube on me doing the same thing. So if you want to go through there, they're on Facebook too, but they're harder to find. I always send everybody to YouTube. Hope you guys have a good week. I'm going to hang out for another 20 more minutes. I will talk to you next Tuesday. And I'm going to take this off around the edges, but right now I'm just going to leave it for now because I want it there. I will be taking them off though. You guys see what I'm doing there? Just blended it in, just trying to match it in. Trying to outline it a little bit. Just trying to outline it, just give it a little more, to blend it in a little bit. And I'm just outlining it right now in brown. I'm going to come back in different colors. So we're going to do one color at a time. And I will be taking these edges off. I'm just not doing it yet. And I'm just taking the color around the edge of the, kind of like outlining it a little bit. Not really, but kind of. Because when I touch it with the towel, it kind of smudges it around. This is kind of how I did that bowl that I did on the live last month. So if you go to YouTube and find the bowl, this is exactly what I'm wanting to do with this. It's a little bigger surface, so it's a little bit different, but same idea. And I think there's just some pictures on how I did the trading cards, the artist trading cards. Okay, so that's all of the brown. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to clean it out with my brush. Just going to spritz it because it's just a little teeny tiny brush. Hold on, guys. I'm going to bang this table. My hands are, it ain't going to get it. One didn't get it. Nope. Nope. Yep. I got it. Okay, cool. I was like, nope, it's going to work. So what I'm going to do is just take this is called buttermilk cream, and I'm just going to splash it around just a little bit. No rhyme or reason, just splash. Give it a little color. Actually, I'm just trying to highlight the stencil just a little. This here is Seaside. Trying to fill in the blanks a little. And for this, I'm kind of dry brushing it a little bit. You guys can see what I'm doing. Trying to blend it all in. Okay. And I want to make it kind of look old and rustic a little bit. I mean, it looked old and rustic before, but a different kind this time. Like metallic and stuff stripped on it. And that's how I see. See how that's kind of bringing out the little things a little bit. And I'm barely getting paint on the little brush. You guys are quiet tonight. So what I'm going to do now is probably make a mess again. But I'm going to take this and just kind of see what I got. Yep. So I'm just going to kind of just mix it in a little bit. With this is copper, metallic copper. This is actual paint, not the wax this time. This is paint. And what I like to do is I like to use my fingers to kind of smush it around until it cracks. Because it makes the stencil show a little bit more. You guys can see what I'm doing? See that? I have to bring it up to you guys. We're done. I got a few more minutes. So I'm just putting a little bit of this on and just smearing it around with my finger to try to get up in the lines. That's what I like to do. And I'm putting it on the decoupage tissues. You can see it's bringing out the raised stencil, like right here. You can see it's bringing out the raised stencil. And then it's blending it all in, and it makes it, stand out. And then I'll come back with the bronze and do the same. You guys can see how it's blended in. You see how it's starting to blend in all together? Oops. So that is what I did all the way around on that little. It takes a lot longer on the big one than it does on that little tiny one. I didn't think I was going to get through all of them tonight. So I don't even know if I'm going to finish one, but you guys get the idea. I got 5 more minutes. Let's see if I can get the bronze on. And then what I'll do is I'll come back and I'm going to sand off the edges. I think that's over here. So this is metallic bronze from Fusion. It's a little bit darker. And I'll do the same thing that I did with the copper. Just blends in with my fingers better than paintbrush. You guys can see how that there is starting to look. Just by blending it all together. And just adding stuff, colors, you know. And then when I'm all done with it, I'm going to seal it all again. So it'll be sealed so it won't bleed. If I want to paint it again, I can paint something else over it. You can see my hands are all yucky. Okay. I think, and then I'll come back and sand off all the edges. I just didn't want to take time to do all that. You guys will have sand edges. Just go straight up and down. And okay, guys, that's the project. I will post pictures when I'm finished all three of them so you guys can see them side by side. Finished, but they're all going to look similar to this. And I will see you guys next Tuesday at 6. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I'll come back to them and answer them for you guys. I'm also going to put the products that I use in the comments so you guys can see what I use. All right. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.